Welcome back everyone, I'm the Eeyore and this is Monster Hunter World. And go figure, the moment I start recording, my cat decides to sit up and stand right in the middle of the screen. Alright cat, you need to get off desk for a bit. Alright, so as you can see I have another quest available. I did go and get the Phantom Bird and the Ancient Fish, or whatever it's called, which are the last two quests for the Piscine and the endemic researchers. And if you complete their quest, not only do you get the standard reward, but if you go and talk to them again, they'll be all freaked out because you completed all their dreams and stuff. They'll give you a gold Bavarian print. So be sure to go and talk to them after you finish those quests. I'm not going to really go into detail on how you get them. There's some videos out there. The fish was a lot easier to get, and the Phantom Bird, like, there's a lot of different ways people have been saying it works, and I ended up spotting it by not doing any of those things somehow. My only advice is to use the ghillie suit that makes you stealthy. Anyway, let's go talk to this guy. So, as far as getting the little markings for the Gajalakas, or whatever they're called, you pretty much just go to the areas where they're at, and they'll be all over the place.
My dearest thanks.
My, you're a veritable doodlehound, and for my part, I'm making progress with the Gajalaka language. The doodles indicate that the Gajalaka convene nightly in the Elder's Recess. Yes, every night, apparently. That could only mean they live somewhere close by. Would you mind escorting me there? We have a rough idea where to look, so I'll meet you on site. We can journey together from there. As soon as you feel you're ready, conduct an expedition to the Elder's Recess, and by my thrumming hamstrings, I'll be there.
I wish you well.
Onward, Hunter, to cross-cultural understanding. Alright, so we gotta go discover the Gajalaka settlement. Okay, well, as far as I know, I believe it's all the way in the Elder's Recess. I don't think it's an actual quest. But, just in case, I'll go ahead and go and eat. Right now, as for my gear, I'm kind of equipped with a mixture of Valhazak and Rathalos. Rathalos I can get the elemental crit, and then the Valhazak I'm just kind of messing around with to get like the health regen. But really the set's not that good. I'll have to tinker with it later. And I have I created a fire bow that has crit, a lightning bow that has crit, and a dragon bow that's just all raw dragon damage. And we need to clear out my inventory before we go. Alright, I'm just gonna eat just in case, but I'm just gonna get a chef's choice and get that going. I'm still using the plunder blade on Ren. It's actually pretty useful. I mean, it just gets you, as far as I can tell, it can get you any rarity of item almost. I actually got a Bavarian gem from a Wyvern gem from a Toby Gadachi through the plunder blade, so it's pretty amazing. It's probably something I'm gonna stick with. A handler, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure I just have to go there, but I'm gonna check. Yeah, looks like it's nothing special. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Alright, so let's go to the Elder's Recess. We're gonna go to the Eastern Camp. Hopefully I got the right thing. Let me make sure. Probably should have checked this first, but that's okay. Yeah, it just says discover. It doesn't actually give me any info. It says they meet every night, but... Hello? Is that who I was looking for? The Gajalaka convene at night. We'll need to wait for the sun to go down. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Do I really need to wait until it goes to sundown? Is there a fast way we can do this? Alright, looks like it's getting dark. Let's see if I can fast forward time with this. Alright, let's see if that does it. Nope, didn't. Didn't seem to affect time at all. Alright, give me 1 second. So, from what I can tell, there's not really much I can do to manipulate the time. I did go and do some stuff, and then I went down here, and Ren was like, "Hey, Gajalaka, probably shouldn't get ourselves spotted." So I guess I'll head down here and run around with the Geely mantle and see if I can actually get anything. I was going to wait until nightfall, but Ren was saying some stuff, so I'm seeing if I can actually go and do something with this. This looks awfully suspicious. This must be the Gajalaka's home. Doesn't look like anyone's here though. We'll have to try again later. Alright, so yeah, we have to go to here. Which, I mean, I've been down here multiple times, so I kind of gathered that this much. But we have to wait until nightfall, which is, since there's, you know, instead of, you know, being able to, like, just say, hey, I'm going to go to this location at night, I don't have any control over that. Looks like I'm halfway through the day right now, so I will be right back. I'll let my Geely mantle recharge while that's happening. Also, I completely forgot to turn in the investigations I completed. Oh well. Alright, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay. Well, it's night, but I still have to wait for my Geely mantle. This better come back. Alright, let's do this and hope I don't go back to daytime. Maybe if I go to camp real quick. Oh, we can be used now. Alright, good. Alright, let's do this. It is officially nighttime now.
Oh,
Alright, there, that must be the entrance to their home. But the Gajalaka are right in front of it. Well, I can handle that. Alright. When it starts dancing, that's your cue to sneak past. Or you can just put on the Geely mantle and just walk by everything. And apparently they don't mind the exotic attire of Rin or the lead hunter Pelico I have around with me. Yeah, that guy's throwing bombs. Let's slip inside without the Gajalaka noticing us, Meowster. Which you can do with the Ghillie Mantle. Doing it without the Ghillie Mantle would be pretty intense. Gajalaka, when did you... I was so caught up in my dancing, I didn't notice you. Laka. Hello, I'm with the Research Commission. I'm here today to introduce these fine folks to you. Laka. They say they're quite curious to learn your dances. Gajalak. They're wise indeed if they can see the majesty of our dances. Gajalak, I suppose I could be persuaded to take on an apprentice, but they look pretty frail. Gajalak, if you're willing to teach us, we'll persevere through any lesson you dish out. Lak? So, what do you say? Lak. Okay, it's a deal. As of today, you're my apprentice. Take this as proof. Gajalaka. First and foremost, a dancer needs strength. Lak. Thanks a million. Laka. If you're ever in trouble, I'll be there. There's a master. That's a master's duty. Laka. You come and see me anytime you need me. We got the Meow Lutavov cocktail, which I'm guessing is some sort of firebomb. Alright. And with that, we now have access to this area. And I mentioned before, there's a few account items I couldn't actually get to. And that's because you have to get access to this area. Some shrooms. I do like the, like how much there is in these areas. It's really pretty cool. I can slide all the way down this. Pretty sure this is gonna be a whole lot of nothing. That's a lot of dead fish. Yeah, it's just regular barrel. Okay. So yeah, we got access to this, which is going to connect us back to here, and that gets to the lava place. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, so once I get amber deposits again, I can go to this area and get the last 2 food items I'm missing. Marvelous. Now we can open up communication with the Gajalaka and build a friendly relationship. This is a dream come true. I wonder if that means these things won't attack me every time I show up anymore, because they're pretty helpful against monsters, but man, they can do a number if they hit you with a bunch of status effects. Anyway, let's check out what these routes take you. Okay, this one takes you to here. And then you can go down here. Which brings you to here, apparently. Anywhere else I can mess around with? Yeah, there's caves everywhere. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and head back. And that should be all the loose ends for the most part. I mean, I'm missing 2 food items. There's supposedly like a super rare bird that's not part of any quest that you can go and find that's apparently on top of those pigs, the moss wines or whatever they're called. But I'm not going to bother with that.
marvelous.
You're a marvelous hunter. By my swelling heart, not just anyone could forge a bond with the Gajalaka and make tail raiders out of them. Just like with the Grimmelkinds, if you spot Gajalaka out in the field, you can take them along with you. We need to treat our new friends right. I'm going to talk with them until my jaw drops. Oh, and before I forget, allow me to express my thanks with a little gift. I'm too old to be much help on the hunt, so I hope this helps you in my stead. By my rickety ribs, you deserve it. Silver Wyverian print. Okay. I've just been stocking up on might and adamant seeds, so I don't have to worry about running out of those. Alright, let's go down here. I got a crash course in the Gajalaka language from the Linean researcher, Meowster. From here on, I'm happy to translate any time I'm out in the field with you. If we're lucky, I may be able to convince any Gajalaka we run into to help us. Oh right, the Linean researcher mentioned one other important tidbit. Bear in mind that most Gajalaka won't be friendly, only the ones we've spoken to. Still having even a pawful of Gajalaka on our side is a humongous help. Okay, so at least that's clarified. Hey, Ren has more HP than me. Alright, change Politico equipment. So, throws a Gajalaka style bomb that deals damage, combines with the Palico slinger to allow for sustained fire. Blast strength increases with proficiency. That is pretty neat. I'm gonna stick with the Plunder Blades for now. Alright, well. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and, let's go cause some trouble. Just a little bit. So we'll go to the canteen and see what this quest, this little main quest we got going on here. Let's go with the fire bow. Or I can go dragon. Just kind of seeing what I have available. So that'll be 20, 25. Yeah, we'll stick with fire. Alright. Like I said, this is not a good armor set. I just messed around with it. Anyway, sure, I'm just gonna do Chef's Choice for now. And we'll just see what this quest is. I'm hoping it's just dialogue, and then we can clear that out, and then I can do the final part as a separate thing. Alright. I don't know, this looks like it's actually a thing, so... If it is a thing, let's be prepared for it. I already kind of know what the final boss is. It's not that. So dash juice makes it so your stamina cost gets reduced by about 20 or 25%, which is about the equivalent of 1 or 2.5 ranks of Constitution, I believe it's called. Very useful for a bow since I used a lot of stamina. Alright, let's do this. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I didn't exactly want to make a 15-minute video.
This is the place the Admiral told us about.
So, you made it.
Admiral! Whoa! The Seeker is here too!
So those Gajalaka we met in Elder's Recess, they taught me how to speak Gastodonese. It's pretty unbelievable. So the next Gastodon that comes along, I'll be able to be ready to talk to it into helping it out as a tail raider. I knew the Gajalaka were amazing, but wow. No, don't leave them behind.
Yeah.
Ah, you made it on time too. I like that. The guy over there is the one who called you here. I hear you've crossed paths before. According to him, there's a place upriver where all the energy converges. So, that means it's time. When you're ready, hop on the boat over there. But remember, once you do, there's no turning back. If you're not ready, then you can step away now. No one will judge you. So, what do you say? Are you ready? I see. Just as I thought. That's the way of the new world hunter. Alright. Alright, a few things we'll grab. Couple of max potions. Don't I have immunizers somewhere? I probably don't. Alright, and I'll take a bunch of those. I don't think poison's going to be a thing, so that should be fine. I already know that flashes don't work on the final boss. And as far as elements are concerned, he's average resistance to everything. So what we have will work. So I'm going to go ahead and drink these.
Greetings.
We meet again. Since we last met, I have followed the trail of evidence and arrived here. And so it appears, have you. I take it you've seen the Elder Dragon's graveyard. I have discovered that an abnormal amount of energy was flowing through the veins beneath the veil and coursing through the whole continent. When we last spoke, I was still investigating the cause. But now I have located a place where all the energy seems to be gathering. It's at the end of this river. I intend to go there and see this place. This is the end of everything. Together, let us find our ending.
Farewell.
I will wait for you here until you know you are ready. Let's do it. I already drank the potions.
Now then,
Upriver is a place where all the energy is gathering. I do not know why or what we might expect to find, but I believe we are meant to go. Are you prepared? Yes.
it begins.
Then let us follow what faint light there is and see where the river takes us. Zora Magdaros crossed the Dark Sea, and now this will be our crossing.
You're really doing this?
We shall return. Fear not.
I would say you've been useful, but that would be a lie.
How did you even find this damn place, anyway?
We have Zora Magdaros to thank for clearing the way. Upon dying, the Elder Dragons dissolve in the effluvium, and the energy that accumulates in the veins of the earth then crystallizes.
And over time, that grew into this recess?
Yes. However, in more recent years, I have sensed a drastic surge in the land's energies.
I don't like the sound of this.
Prepare yourself, my friend. Something is terribly amiss.
I heard this fight's gonna be ridiculously long.
It's inside.
Great mother of, damn.
Over countless years, the Elders' bioenergy created this. Even I never expected it to be so enormous. Wait. It's too pure. What is this thing, really?
No! I've got to stop it! All right. You got this?
No.
I'll get him back to safety while you keep our new friend here at bay.
Alright.
Don't let it leave the nest. And I mean do not. I'll be back with help.
No, you're not.
Just do what you gotta do.
Ah! Oh no! This is awful! You've got this! Go, 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 go!
Alright. Oh, holy cow. Well, there goes my peak performance. That's alright. Alright, let's go. Alright, head seems to go well. Keep miscounting my shots. I don't have earplugs, by the way. I believe this boss goes in phases, if you didn't know. better to shoot at. So I had 3 pieces of the Kulu, or not Kulu, but the Valhazak. So I'll be able to regen even through red health. Alright, so... Oh, by the way, Rince got Plunder Blade, so she's gonna be just stealing shit this entire time. Oh, come on. Just grazed me. Is, Okay, claws are also vulnerable. Not as vulnerable, but they are vulnerable. Front claws are. Okay, well. Didn't see what that was, but I'm glad I didn't get hit by it. Wish I could sever the tail and all that nonsense, but I'm not really that concerned about it. Alright, good to know that happens.
You can do it! We can do it! No matter what happens, I'll be here.
I really don't like the handler.
Incredible team.
So yeah, if I'm at full hit points, I get a attack buff. It's not much, to be honest. It's not really that special, but it's better than nothing. Alright. I think I'm out of juice. Round 2. home. I don't even know what's happening. Everything's exploding. And I'm just waiting for one of these things to hit me and annihilate me. Oh, it's bad. No, don't want to deal with that. Wait. Piercing pods. Okay, doesn't flinch from it. Alright, there's another one over here. There it is. Got it. Oh, by the way, some of the decorations I've changed around. One of them I took I actually took, I think it's Fortitude? I think it's what it's called. It's the one where you actually get a buff when you get carded. Since I usually get, you know, I play solo anyway, I might as well take advantage of that. Alright, let's get out of this. Okay, get up. Thank you. Okay. Oh, cat. Now's not a good time to do that. But yeah, actually I have Fortitude or whatever it's called. Also, my cat's not happy with me right now because I just threw her off the bed, the desk. And the only other things I have is some defense and lightning, and I have a little bit of divine, whatever it's called, divine protection. And since I have Gajalaka, I have a little bit of extra health recovery as well, so I don't have to constantly worry about healing. Alright. So yeah, I'm kind of just taking the hits and then just letting myself heal. Dragon pods are not that useful, but I believe Dragon Seal doesn't actually do anything against this particular dragon. It does sometimes make him flinch. Slinger bombs. Okay, cat, you need to get off the desk. If it looks like I'm shooting at nothing, it's because I'm literally fighting my cat at the same time. It keeps just jumping up here. And since the towel's not on the desk anymore, because she dragged it off with her, she's not going to sit. So please, cat, not now. Ouch. Alright, let's go ahead and... I should have been using close range at this point, because I've been just fighting in close range. Close range boosts your attack power, but you have to be kind of close to actually get the shots off. Yeah, my damage goes up a lot higher because of this. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I'm gonna get dazed. Ooh, alright. Alright. Cat's on my lap. Hopefully she stays there. Oh, she didn't. Cat, get off desk. The real boss fight is my cat Annie, not this dragon. In fact, this dragon is not that difficult. Granted, I did do a bunch of grinding and get myself a whole bunch of other nonsense, like, you know, decorations, and switched to a completely different weapon after using the longsword through majority of this, you know, thing. Use this as an opportunity to recharge. Oh, okay, I'm dragon blighted. Everything's exploding. Okay, get that fixed. Drink some dash juice. And how'd you plunder something like that? And it's flying in the air. My cat's already ready to jump on the desk again. Cat, you have to get off the desk. not like that. Sheesh. Oh, you're done, man. I'm actually running out. My stamina's dropping because I'm running out of. I think it's because of my character just slowly starving. Okay, he's leaving like stuff on the ground. Wow. By the way, Pard is short for partner. Apparently she's Western. Or Southern? I don't know. Oh yeah, I need to actually like carve this thing. Anyway, sorry for all the cat interference. But yeah, we finished the story mode. Honestly, this fight didn't take as long as I thought it would. Because I'm using a bow, and bows are amazing. I think I mentioned before, the first weapon I tried using in the other Monster Hunter game I played on the 3DS was the bow, and it just did not work for me. But this one works quite well. Accommodations. Some claws and scales thanks to the plunger. Carry more specialized tools with you on a quest. Got new armor pigments, which is good because the ones I had really sucked, and new upgrade levels. Which is good because I have a lot of money to burn.
Hey! Commander, She's awake.
What is it with you? All you ever do is sleep and fall off things.
Hey.
So how awesome were you down there?
Stop
Too
being
awesome?
annoying. Yes.
Well, good morning. Thanks to you, the Research Commission's work is complete. I sent a ship ahead to report back to the Guild. They'll relieve us just as soon as they confirm our findings. Everyone, I commend you all for your valiant efforts here. And now, let us celebrate! To banquet!
Cheers. Well, we did it. You know, after we crash landed here, I started to wonder if I made the right choice. But the new world was all the adventure I wanted and more. Oh, she made it. I'm just gonna say hi. Come on.
Traitor! Come back here, Ren.
May I? If not for you, I might not be alive. Thank you. You have quite the eccentric group here. But all of them talented, unique, driven. You all seem willful, of your own mind, but when the time comes, you join together and become a force to be reckoned with. I suspect there is no trial you could not collectively overcome. A monster that's been incubating in bioenergy. Lurking so close, yet hiding so well. Perhaps it was what first drew the aging elders here, to satisfy its cravings for energy.
Could be right. Maybe it used some sort of pheromone or something. Eventually, the land became rich with nutrients. The perfect home for tough monsters. The energy smorgasbord must be why the elders inhabit the recess. Huh, you know, we're lucky you stopped that thing. Would have been a disaster if it left its nest. Well then, 3 cheers for you.
No. I think you should keep it.
Listen up, everyone. We've received word from the Guild. The Guild commends you for your dedicated research of the Elder Crossing. In light of your findings, we have confirmed the monster as a new species of Elder Dragon. An official name has been chosen. Xeno'Jiiva. This concludes your duties with the Research Commission. We thank you again for your service. You are free to return home at your discretion.
Yeah.
However, the Commission's presence in the New World still has potential to be of great benefit to the Guild. We would ask you to continue your work there, if you are so willing. There you have it. If we decide to stay and take on new research, there are bound to be trials ahead. Dangers. You don't want that, do you?
What are you talking about? Of course that's what we want. Let's stay.
We can do it.
Yeah, we won.
Yes, we do.
Right?
All right. Commission, welcome to your new home.
I better pack on some weight. This is gonna be hard work.
And there you go. So, I believe there's some extra quests. I don't know how far the PC version is. I think most people don't really play the game for the story. They mostly just fight the monsters and stuff. And like I said, my only previous experience was the 3DS game, which I just, like I said, the controls on a 3DS were not great. And, you know, graphics weren't that great, and it's just also had underwater combat and stuff like that. Overall, I think it's, I mean, for, you know, a first game on PC after, you know, forever, I think it's overall pretty good. It, I guess in some cases is a little dumbed down, but I think it's probably for the best in a lot of cases. In earlier games you had to literally go and gather practically everything. In this one I didn't feel like I really had to do much gathering. I kind of just gathered it as I went, and you got access to a lot of the fancy things like the tree and the Palico expeditions and stuff like that a lot sooner, it felt like. I mean, heck, you start with a Palico as an ally from the get-go in this game. The one I played, you had to go and do a specific quest later on, so you actually fought alone through most of it. Speaking of alone, I guess there's I think one of the things most people don't like is the handler, and I kind of have to agree. It felt like she kind of just takes the spotlight and just she's a goofy character, and I really just did not care for her. She also just never did anything. She's pretty much just a quest giver. She doesn't really give any advice, at least nothing useful. I guess she kind of gave some tutorial stuff in the beginning. But really any other NPC could have probably done it better, and probably would have been more enjoyable. Honestly, I would have been happier with a handler that, if I had to have a handler, I would prefer someone that's a little bit more serious. But I don't know, that's probably just my preference. But yeah, she's just like a goofball that just eats a lot, and I didn't really care for her. Thankfully, you can kind of just ignore most of it. I did a lot of off-screen grinding, obviously. If I would, at the start of every video, I'd just show you all these armor sets I just, crafted off-screen. Like, one person did warn me about, hey, don't bother crafting the early stuff because you're going to get alpha and beta stuff later on. But even with that, I didn't have any regrets crafting everything. It was a lot of fun fighting all the monsters. I kind of wish I had experimented with some of the other weapons a little bit sooner, especially for the playthrough, because I kind of just stuck with the longsword through most of it. I did a little bit of sword and shield, though I kind of just go into a trance when I'm fighting with the sword and shield, because I'm just spamming me in the right click like crazy. Bowgun's pretty fun. I didn't try the light bowgun. Honestly, if I wanted to use like a fast ranged weapon, I think the bow really kind of fills that niche for me. I do like how it doesn't really, you can perfect this game, you can master all the mechanics, but I went through using longsword without using that jumping slash attack for quite a while. But eventually I learned it, and it was pretty helpful, and I started, experimenting with other attacks and started messing with the bow. I actually started messing around with some of the coatings and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's just, overall there's just so much in this game, it's pretty impressive. Oh no, cutscene. Oh, more of that. But yeah, for the most part the monsters are all pretty interesting. I can definitely tell that some of the, skeleton slash models are kind of a little bit of copy and paste. That blast lizard was pretty much the same as, very similar to a great Jagra, among other things, but I'm not too worried about it. I kind of hope they do start including more of the monsters, and hopefully they don't charge too much for it, or at all, hopefully. They did introduce Devil Joe while I was doing the playthrough, so I'm kind of hoping they'll kind of just introduce more stuff. I have heard the latest things they've been introducing is just more and more tempered and arc-tempered things, which, it's nice to be able to have a reason to fight some of the earlier monsters, but honestly it seems like it's just, you have to go and fight the Elder Dragons and fight tempered versions and then arc-tempered versions, which all really don't do too much different besides just hit harder and have more health, which is a little lazy, I think. But for the most part, there's still plenty to do as far as just, I can go and grind and mess with different fighting styles and armor sets and collect gems, so there's definitely stuff to keep me busy, but as far as the playthrough is concerned, I'm pretty sure there's not too much else I can show off. They'll probably, you know, eventually show more eventually, but I don't know. Can I skip this? No. I cannot skip this. The final boss was kind of meh. It was a really big dragon that just spat out breath attacks. It would leave, like, I guess, damage effects on the floor, but I kind of just it was pretty easy to avoid. My character was... I didn't feel like I made my character that tanky. I mean, I did have some defense gems, but not many. All I really had going for me was I had a little extra health because I had a health gem, and then I had some health regen because of the effects the Vol Hazak set. But all this stuff was actually pretty easy to avoid, which is actually something I like. That's actually kind of nice about the monsters. A majority of them, even though they're big, you can take advantage of their bigness by like fighting from beneath them and things like that, which, you know, has its dangers in some cases. The only time I really kind of had issues was when they do like a charge attack and their entire thing becomes a hitbox, no matter what direction they hit you from. Like if they charge away from you, if you touch any part of their body, it hurts you. In some cases, it hurts you a lot. But honestly, once you kind of learn the patterns, most of these fights are pretty straightforward to deal with. And fighting with a ranged weapon kind of like if like certain fighting styles don't work for certain monsters, I find that if you just change it up, it makes it a lot easier. Like Teostra was a pain in the ass with a longsword, but with a bow, it was pretty trivial. And the bow gun can make a lot of things pretty easy too if you're willing to deal with the ammo management and the various ammo types. I do like how there's kind of different stages of complexity for the various weapons, so you can kind of play to your comfort level besides besides having to use a certain weapon because it's required type situation. I kind of wish there was a little less emphasis on... Well, I guess there's... Actually, I don't think there's really any heavy emphasis on any particular build type. Granted, raw damage tends to beat out elemental in most cases. But it's not really required. I mean, you don't have to have the biggest, strongest, highest damage weapon to win with. I mean, the bow's raw damage isn't particularly high. It was just really, really consistent. So once I found the weak points, I would just shoot at it. Speaking of weak points, I don't think I actually critted on the boss, but I couldn't tell. It was kind of... There was just so much stuff going on with the special effects and the noise and my cat interfering that I really couldn't tell if I was critting or not. I had weakness exploit, so who knows. Like I said, honestly, I enjoyed this game quite a bit. I'll probably play more, maybe not as religiously as I've been playing before. I mean, literally, like, once I was done, I would try to get as much done recorded as possible, because I usually record in bulk if I play a game, if I'm playing a game I like. That way I can, that way I can either play on a separate save on my own, or, take some time to do some off-screen grinding for certain games. And this one, I pretty much did that all the time. I was doing investigations. Once I figured out I can fight tempered monsters, I was just fighting them over and over again, and used that as an opportunity to try out other weapons like the switch axe and the bow, which made things a lot more entertaining. I mean, I like the longsword. It's really it flows really well, but I didn't want to constantly use the same weapon over and over again. So I'm kind of glad I used a different weapon for the final boss at the very least. And there's still even more weapons I haven't even fought with. I never touched the lance. I never touched the what's it called? Was it the change blade or something like that? I don't remember. I didn't touch the twin blades. Just quite a bit of things. Obviously, I didn't do the light bow gun. I never touched hammer. I attempted to use the great sword once and just didn't like it. But yeah, it's kind of a variety of very slow, fast, ranged weapons and all sorts of things. And yay, loading screen! I can stop rambling. Alright, we'll see what's unlocked, and then I'll call it a video. And then I need to go make up with my cat, for all the trouble my cat caused me. Yeah, she did not like being lifted by her belly.
Hey! How's it going?
Look who's here. I knew it was only a matter of time. You ready to shake things up? The new world awaits. Let's get hunting.
That Uncanny Valley is really really strong in that one. Alright, so my hunter rank cap has been removed, and then you essentially just gain ranks as you go along. All the experience I have accumulated from off-screen playing has now just been played out, and so I gained 14 levels. Alright, and okay. All sorts of stuff is going on here. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the armor. Weapons and armor sets.
How's your gear holding up?
If hunting is taking too long, upgrade blah blah blah. Yeah. So, let's take a look at the charms first. So, Geomancy Charm gives Forager Luck and Detector. Invigorate gives you Power Prolonger. Okay, so it just lets you hold your buffs longer for certain weapon types. Flinch Free gives you ability to resist tripping and knockbacks. Not bad. Armor sets. Alright, Xeno'Jiiva. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Xeno'Jiiva's Divinity has sharpness loss for bows and bowguns. Shots have a chance not to expend coatings or ammo. That's kind of neat. Flinch Free, Special Ammo Boost, Blight Resistance, Power Prolonger, Flinch Free, Critical Boost, Blight Resistance, Special Ammo, Flinch Free, Power Prolonger. Yeah, and just all sorts of gems. So, not too shabby. And the other set looks kind of like this. that bloom is quite blinding. And if I get one more Xeno'Jiiva horn, I can get the Extermination Edge, but I'm probably not going to worry about it. Yeah, and then we got access to the higher tiers of this now. I don't think I have anything on the bowgun front that I need to mess with. Dragon bow, nothing new. Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new there either. So yeah, that's a thing. The Orodrim. And there's still some stuff we haven't even found yet. Alright, let's go down to Trade Yard.
Oh, my eyelids are heavy.
I got this, I guess, regular Spire Sorcery. Nothing new on that front. I can get Xeno'Jiiva gems. That's nice. So I can get those finally. Alright, so yeah, literally it's kind of just did its thing. I completely forgot to talk to her, by the way, to turn in bounties. Nothing new investigation front. I've already done all that. Nothing new there. Alright, I'm just gonna go here. No special assignments. A new arena quest somehow. That looks to be it. So it looks like the PC version doesn't seem to have too much around yet. So it's going to be mostly just grinding stuff I've already fought. Which is fine. If they introduce anything interesting, I'll be sure to probably record it in some cases, but Only if it's actually brand new stuff. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to worry about it. But yeah, it looks like I've gotten everything, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, the PC release is behind on the consoles. That's just going to be how it is for a while. But like I said, I enjoy the game quite a bit. I don't care much for the handler. I really kind of wish the story was a bit more focused on your character and not the handler, because the handler is just front and center on practically everything. It's kind of annoying. I mean, the worst part, of course, is the fact that Ren seems to like the handler more than me. And that's just, Parsi can't take that. Yokai of jealousy and all. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll just let you guys go. Hopefully you guys endured this. I apologize if you guys have given me advice because I've already recorded everything. So,
Listen to me.
Oh. Okay. Well, I wasn't prepared for that. Good, you're back. I have an urgent mission for the field team. 2 basil goose have been found in the wild spider waste. I need all hunters to investigate at once. At present, this monster is only confirmed to exist here in the New World. According to our research, it attacks enemies with special scales created by solidifying its body fluids. The quest is called Beyond the Blasting Scales. Sign up and get out in the field ASAP.
We're the ones to get it
Taking
done.
on 2 monsters at once will require perseverance, and you have to know when to fall back and when to move in. Alright, well, I got a quest. But it's literally just to fight something I've fought before. It's 2 of them, but Basil Goose isn't that difficult, so... Oh. 2 tempered ones. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I will probably do that one on stream. But for those who don't care beyond the story is pretty much done until any special events, I guess, come out. Anyway, yeah, we'll see how that... we'll mess around with this and all that nonsense. Anyway, I am the Depressed Eeyore. This is Monster Hunter World. See you guys later.